I did not realize.
At Spaso House, home to American ambassadors since 1933, new arrival Michael McFaul says it feels like he is back in the Cold War.
It's been surprising that there was so much anti-Americanism because we thought we were building a different kind of relationship. And it makes some people nervous that it could so quickly and reflexively go back to, in terms of rhetoric, an era that we thought was behind us.
In Washington 1 week earlier, McFaul met with U.S. Vice President Joe Biden. His new marching orders?
Keep to your guns. Keep to your guns, McFaul. He likes to call me McFaul. He said, keep to your guns. You're doing exactly what our policy is, and keep the engagement both with the government and with society out here in Russia.
With Washington not changing its course, how is Russian rhetoric changing after the election?
We have no interest in going back to some kind of Cold War bickering or rhetoric. We don't think that that serves the American national interest. The Russian government officials have signaled to me personally and to other members, senior leaders in our government, that they think the same and that they seek continuity. And so, you know, in the next weeks and months, I think we're going to test that proposition to see if we can get back to doing, you know, real business that's in our mutual interest together.
A first test will come Monday in South Korea, where President Barack Obama and Russia's Dmitry Medvedev, the president until Mr. Putin returns to his old post in May, are to meet at a nuclear security conference. On Friday in Moscow, however, Mr. Medvedev again attacked the American plan to build in Eastern Europe a defense system to knock down rockets from Iran.
You're right. Missile defense is a sticking point. I think we have more work to do in helping the Russian government officials understand exactly what our system can and cannot do. And not just the system today, but the system that has not even been constructed, by the way. The thing that most animates the discussion here in Moscow is about a missile, the SM-3 Block 2B, that does not even exist. It only exists on paper. So we don't believe that there is a fundamental conflict of our national interests and Russia's national interests as it pertains to what we're actually planning to do with missile defense. And at the same time, it's clear that we have not convinced our Russian colleagues of that yet.
Now President Obama has to build a relationship with President-elect Putin, often Washington's harshest critic. The American president telephoned congratulations to Mr. Putin 5 days after the election.
President Obama has his policy towards Russia very clearly stated. He's been working at it for 3 years, and he has no reason to think that he needs to change it. And we look forward to engaging with President Putin on those same set of issues that we've been working on for the last 3 years.
As presidential candidate, Prime Minister Putin charged that Washington was backing democracy rallies in Moscow. Ambassador McFaul says Washington will continue to fund non-governmental, non-political groups in Russia.
I want to be very clear. None of this money is intended for any political organizations whatsoever. Not political parties, not movements, not those organizing demonstrations, not political leaders. And I think there's been a big confusion here in Russia about that fact. We don't do that. That's our policy. And we're quite militant about that policy in drawing a line.
He said the U.S. goal is to help build civil society in Russia.
Nonpartisan, independent, non-governmental organizations that are doing things to advance civil society, make society stronger here, to deal with a myriad of issues that civil societies all over the world deal with, whether it's environmental situations, maternal health care, human rights issues. We believe that that's in our interest and Russia's interest to have a robust civil society.
But just as Russia's presidential election season ends, the American presidential election season is starting up. Ambassador McFaul could find himself steering U.S. Russia relations down a bumpy road. James Brooke, VOA News, Moscow.